In today's scooter market, buyers expect more than just a fuel-efficient runabout. They want performance, tech and styling, especially in the 125cc segment. Hero's Xoom 125 is the latest attempt at cracking this segment, whereas TVS's Ntorq has for long been the benchmark for both performance and tech in this segment. Both scooters are targeting the same audience but offer distinctively different riding experiences.
Both scooters come dressed to impress, and the Xoom 125 wears a sleek, modern design that's sharper and more premium looking than its 110 sibling. The Xoom's 14-inch alloys, minimalist yet sharp styling, and sequential indicators give this mature design some youthful touches. It also packs in LED lighting, a fully digital LCD cluster with Bluetooth turn-by-turn navigation, and even a USB charger hidden in the front cubby. The Ntorq Race XP meanwhile goes for a racy aesthetic with excessive graphics, 4 carbon finishes, better build quality in comparison, and a slightly more muscular profile. It gets a densely packed LCD that's feature-rich and even has 2 riding modes. If you go for the top XT variant, you'll also get a TFT display. Additionally, it also gets Bluetooth connectivity with a host of connected features. TVS has added newer variants over time that bring in more tech and features to the overall package, but there is no denying that the Ntorq has started to feel old and hasn't seen any significant design changes since its inception.
Whereas Xoom packs in a cleaner design and useful touches like an external fuel filler cap and a buzzer for it, the Ntorq, however, packs in more gadgets and gimmicks, which can elevate the experience if that's what you're into.
I for one prefer the Xoom's subtle yet thoughtful approach. Its additional front cubby has proven genuinely useful for stashing my gloves or a water bottle, and the all-in-one key slot adds everyday convenience. That said, the Ntorq claws back some ground with its larger 22-litre underseat storage, which is 5 litres more than the Xoom.
The Xoom's riding position is upright and neutral. However, due to the seat shape, taller riders will find it a bit cramped.
Its sculpted saddle has a pronounced scoop that limits how far back you can slide, which can start to feel restrictive over longer rides. This proved to be our biggest issue with the Xoom, although it is something that should be fixable by an aftermarket seat maker without spending too much money. Pillion comfort is reasonable, and while the underseat storage can manage groceries or a backpack, neither scooter has enough room to fit a full-face helmet. The Ntorq Race XP by comparison is noticeably more comfortable and accommodating. Its flatter, more spacious seat and relaxed handlebar to footpeg geometry make it better fit for taller riders or anyone doing longer commutes. And the pillion perch is better shaped too. Interestingly, even though the Ntorq seat height is just 7 mm lower than the Xoom's, most shorter riders I spoke to found it easier to get their feet down on the Ntorq, perhaps owing to the seat's contour and overall stance. This is probably why Hero went for such an aggressive scoop on their seat to counter the added height brought in by the bigger wheels. The Xoom's 124cc motor feels smoother and more refined, especially at low speeds and during steady mid-range cruising. It's more responsive off the line and easygoing in traffic. The Ntorq Race XP, on the other hand, feels noticeably more eager and aggressive. Right from the moment you thumb the starter, its deeper exhaust note and bassy rumble set the tone. This is the sportier feeling machine of the two. Interestingly, despite weighing 10 kgs less, producing 0.2 horsepower more, and running on smaller wheels, the Ntorq isn't quicker off the line. The Xoom 125 gets to 60 kph faster in our tests, and it's only above that the Ntorq claws back and pulls ahead by the time you reach 80 kph. The TVS's roll-on acceleration is also quicker, and overall the Ntorq Race XP is the quicker scooter here, but the Xoom has the slight edge below 60 kph. The Ntorq Race XP does feel slightly different from when we first rode it 4 years back. It seems to have sacrificed a bit of low-end snap in favor for slightly better high-end performance. What stands out more though is the scooter is now more efficient than when we last rode it. So it's quite possible that TVS has tweaked this engine over time. That being said, the Xoom still claws back a win in terms of city fuel efficiency, returning a noticeably higher 56.7 kpl versus 52.4 kpl, making it the more economical option. This was aided by Hero's stop-start, but the system could be a little quicker in its operation. That said, the Ntorq's 0.8 litre larger fuel tank and slightly better highway efficiency give it the advantage in terms of overall range. While both scooters wear sporty badges, it's the Ntorq Race XP that feels more performance-focused. The Xoom 125 by contrast feels more like a well-rounded everyday scooter with a sporty flavor. The Xoom's larger 14-inch wheels offer better stability over poor roads, but it still has a good amount of agility and a reasonably light steering, which is a nice thing in dense, slow-moving traffic. Its suspension is not bad, but there is an underlying firmness at the rear, and larger potholes do make their presence felt. At higher speeds up to 80 kph, it remains a little more composed and confidence-inspiring than the TVS. In comparison, the Ntorq has noticeably softer suspension, which is great at lower speeds. However, ridden back-to-back with the Hero, it doesn't have the same planted and poised feel at higher speeds. Even cruising at 60 kph on concrete roads can be a bit of a bouncy affair, although the scooter remains fully under control. Predictably, its smaller wheels give it better agility at slower speeds in the city, and it's easier to flick into turns. Adding to it is its tighter turning radius, which makes it easier to dart through traffic. When it comes to braking, the Ntorq takes the edge, offering better brake bite, lever feel and feedback. Meanwhile, the Xoom's brakes perform adequately but feel wooden and are devoid of feedback.
The TVS Ntorq for long has been the benchmark in this segment and is still one of the sportiest 125cc's you can buy. It does a great job of bridging comfort and sportiness. Its engaging motor has for long set it apart from its competitors. However, it's been 7 years since its launch and it's now starting to show its age. The Xoom 125 on the other hand is brand new and offers a fresher take to the 125cc segment. Its larger 14-inch wheel and practical design touches make a noticeable difference to the overall riding experience. So, which one should you buy?
The Ntorq range starts at Rs 90,000 for the base disc variant and goes up to Rs 110,000 for the latest tech-loaded XT variant. The Xoom has real appeal, but is let down by its overall comfort, which is a crucial factor on a scooter. It could have had a bit more sporty character as well, particularly in the sound. Prices for a Xoom 125 start at Rs 87,000 and go up to Rs 93,000 for the top spec variant, which means it offers good value and it's definitely worth going for if you're keen on the 14-inch wheels. While the Xoom 125 range is the more affordable of the two, the Ntorq range offers far more variants that suits different budgets and preferences. As far as sporty scooters go, the Ntorq continues to strike a better blend between practicality and sportiness, and it also feels better built. It delivers on the fun-to-ride front without much compromise on efficiency and practicality. Plus, factor in the wide range of variants which offers something for everyone, and due to these factors, it is our pick between these two.